Coming up on The Cut, the United States is preparing their response to a recent drone strike, what this means for the US and Iran.
And American Airlines is cutting over 300 jobs in Phoenix, what this means for airline employees.
And a pet adoption center in New Jersey has a new Valentine's Day promo that could help you send a message to your ex. The Cut starts right now.
Welcome back. I'm Chase Westberg.
And I'm Lavanya Paliwal. The United States is preparing to respond forcefully to the recent drone attack in Jordan that resulted in casualties among U.S. service members. While the Biden administration faces pressure to halt such attacks, it is cautious about escalating tensions with Iran. Despite calls from some lawmakers to directly strike Iran, officials emphasize the challenge of balancing a robust response with the risk of triggering a broader regional conflict. While various options include strikes on militant groups in Iraq and Syria or cyber attacks are being considered, officials stress that any action will be carefully weighed to avoid further escalation. The U.S. is determined to deter future attacks while signaling a reluctance to engage in broader military confrontation with Iran.
The largest operating airline at the Sky Harbor International Airport, American Airlines, announced Monday they are cutting more than 300 jobs in Phoenix, mostly customer resolution positions. The cut is due to American advancing their customer service department in order to produce a new customer success team. The airline plans to train employees in Phoenix on dealing with the complex travel issues, while their international team will now focus on the less complex questions and be available for 24/7 support. Due to the change, there are exactly 335 people here in Phoenix who will have to be reassigned or find a new job as of March. American said, quote, in addition, these team members will be made aware of more than 800 roles for which they may be eligible at American, unquote. Due to all the changes, American employees have a few months to rearrange their career plans and find where they fit.
Job opportunities from across the country are continuing to decrease as major company names look into new investments. Cut reporter Maria Loaiza is here to give us more details on the situation. Maria?
Thank you, Lavanya. Across the country, not only is rain falling, but so are employment opportunities from major companies. Only a month into 2024, and we are already seeing job cuts from significant companies including Google, Amazon, TikTok, and more. According to Wall Street, companies are, quote, cutting staff and focusing on efficiency amid a commitment to do more with less, end quote. These job cuts started passing through workers in 2022 and 23. While it may be continuing into the new year, these rates are expected to drop off. However, it may be hard for some to believe as UPS just announced 12,000 job cuts. This does, however, raise the question as to why these employment cuts are being made. According to CBS News, high interest rates and AI are the main contributing factors. Companies are hoping to reduce the costs of employment and instead invest in AI. With AI growing at such a rapid rate, the line between being a helping hand and seizing the spotlight has become increasingly blurred. From the Cut Network, I'm Maria Loaiza.
Thank you, Maria. It will be very interesting to see how far AI will continue to grow and impact the new industries.
On Tuesday, the State Board of Elections voted Donald Trump to stay on Illinois' presidential primary ballot. This has been passed dismissing the former president's eligibility under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. The board unanimously voted against a lawsuit provided by a group of Illinois voters represented by national group Free Speech for the People and Illinois elections lawyers. The reason for the unanimous vote was due to a lack of authority. The incident that was brought to attention was Trump's push to overturn his 2020 election loss and the accusation of Trump encouraging the January 6th attack at the U.S. Capitol. The national group Free Speech for the People wants the courts to show, quote, why Illinois law authorizes that ruling despite Trump's subjective belief that the Constitution doesn't apply to him, unquote. Over the past year, multiple courts and election boards have considered the 14th Amendment challenges to Trump's eligibility. The Colorado Supreme Court and Maine Secretary have been the only ones to eliminate Trump from participating in their primary processes.
During the vibrant carnival season in New Orleans, known for its colorful festivities and indulgent treats, a thief recently made off with 7 prize king cakes from a local bakery. The culprit, in addition to swiping the iconic pastries, also stole cash and a case of vodka from Bittersweet Confections, as reported by New Orleans Police Department. The bakery, renowned for its delectable offerings, humorously lamented the theft on social media while inviting patrons to support their business during regular hours. King cakes, adorned with the traditional purple, green, and gold hues of Mardi Gras, hold significance in the city's rich cultural celebrations, often containing a hidden toy baby as a festive token. The incident, though tinged with mischief, underscores the cherished role of these confections in the spirited festivities of Carnival.
The AFC and NFC championships ended Sunday night, making the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers the teams headed for the 2024 Super Bowl. The Chiefs won against the Ravens with an ending score of 17-10, and the 49ers played against the Lions, beating them 34-31. Both games had turn of events that surprised the losses of the Ravens and the Lions. The Chiefs scored 17 points in total, putting no points on the board during the second half. Even though the Ravens' defense was strong, the offense did not perform as well as they have in prior games this season, scoring only a touchdown and a field goal during the game. The 49ers defeated the Lions through a huge comeback in the second half. The Lions left the field at halftime with a 17-point lead, easily having the crowd convinced they were advancing to the Super Bowl. The 49ers proved them wrong after scoring 17 points in just the third quarter. After a roller coaster of events, the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers take the field on February 11, 2024 for the 2024 Super Bowl.
As weather conditions are starting to get worse, many states are preparing for what's to come. Here's reporter Kira CP to tell us more about how 2024 is shaping to be an El Niño year. Kira?
Thank you, Lavenia. In a significant weather update, California is bracing for a powerful duo of atmospheric storms, marking the first touchable impact of El Niño this winter. El Niño will bring heavy rain and flood threats across the state. The first storm is set to hit Northern California, fueled by a Pineapple Express from Hawaii, followed by a second, more potent storm on Sunday. El Niño, a natural climate phenomenon, causes changes in the jet stream, directing storms towards California. These storms can tap into atmospheric rivers, which are potent moisture streams from the tropics. The storms bring out not only rain, but also the potential for flooding. A level 2 out of 4 risk has been issued for parts of Northern California and Central California on Wednesday, and the same risk level exists for Southern California on Thursday. Now, coastal Californians are urged to prepare for potential impacts. The California Coastal Commission has issued checklists and guidelines for communities, residents, and property owners to minimize damage from flooding, heavy rain, and erosion associated with El Niño. As we keep an eye on these weather patterns, it's clear that this El Niño event could be gaining strength and could be historically strong. For the Cut Network, I'm Kira CP.
Thanks, Kira. We can only hope that if Arizona does get hit with worse weather, the state is prepared.
Despite the controversy surrounding its animal trials, human trials have begun for Elon Musk's Neuralink. Here's Cut reporter Kate Nakamura to tell us more about the results and what this means for advancing technology. Kate?
Thank you, Chase. On Monday, Elon Musk announced that the first human brain received an implant from his company Neuralink. This announcement comes after the implant's clinical trial for humans was approved last May by the Food and Drug Administration, wanting to recruit patients who are living with quadriplegia due to a spinal cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS. The implant, being about the size of a coin, is placed on the patient's skull and is connected to the brain using thin wires. Through the use of computer-brain interface and neural activity, the patient is able to control devices like a phone or computer through thought. Musk shared this announcement through X and said that the unidentified patient is, quote, recovering well, also sharing in a separate post on X that this implant is called telepathy, adding, quote, Imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than the speed of a typist or auctioneer. That is the goal. Besides what has been shared by Musk via X, not much else has been said about the advancement in Neuralink's clinical trial. The telepathy implant is currently one of many efforts by many organizations to connect neural activity to computers. Although Neuralink is looking beyond the scope of medical use and into the broader use of this technology. For the Cut Network, I'm Kate Nakamura.
Thanks, Kate. We'll update you later as more of this story is made public.
Homeward Bound Pet Adoption Center in Blackwood, New Jersey offers a quirky Valentine's Day promo. For $50, donors can name a feral cat after their ex and have it spayed or neutered. The initiative aims to control feral cat populations and prevent unwanted litters. Similar unconventional Valentine's offers include naming cockroaches after exes at the San Antonio Zoo and inscribing names inside litter boxes at the Lexington Humane Society. So Chase, do you have any exes? Oh, do you have any pets?
I do have 5 dogs if that's what you were asking.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning into the Cut Network.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at @thecut_network and on Twitter at @thecutasU. Have a good night.
I made a lot.